since I've been live here on YouTube. And that is only because I've been doing most all of my live streams from Facebook. Because that's my largest audience, and I get the most crowd feedback from Facebook, which I like when I go live. I just like the reciprocity, the back and forth, the being able to pull from you guys comments and questions and what you guys, what's on your mind. So, and I like that it becomes a conversation. However, today I am banned and blocked from Facebook for a time because, you know, they don't particularly care for people like me on their platforms, because I don't mind speaking about a lot of things that you know, some other people find offensive, or maybe they're afraid to talk about certain subject matters, whereas though I'm not. And so the censorship is real. So they got me on a 24-hour block on Facebook. So here I am on YouTube. Hey guys, I don't know who's joining, and forgive me because, like I say, I don't go live a lot on this platform here. So a lot of the buttons and gadgets and stuff I'm not too familiar with, but definitely chime in. Hey, I see I got a couple of people on with me. What I want to do today, I'm in DC, by the way. You can see all the traffic going on. I'm in Northeast DC right now, and I had a little bit of time. I have an appointment for a massage, a body massage. My girlfriend, shout out to Anika, she was, you know, she felt inclined to bless me with that, because you know, I've been, you know, going through some emotional stuff here as of late, so I appreciate her for that. But I do have some time on my hands, so I did figure I'd just jump on live for a quick moment. I had came up with these top 10 points, top 10 ways that to know that you're operating in a low vibrational frequency. Hey Kareem. Yeah, I'll be doing some more lives soon. I do a lot of lives on Facebook. I don't know if you're following me on Facebook, but that's where a lot of my lives show up. And I've been, you know, almost every day, or I've been doing lives with the elders in our community. Y'all got to check that out. Some awesome, phenomenal information that they've been spewing out, and I've been able to capture on footage. So check out my main Facebook page, which is my name, and you can see all the links there. I even have them organized where you can go into my videos, and they're organized by genre, so you can check it out there. Word on the street, I think, is where I put all of those. So yeah, definitely check that out. But I wanted today talk about, how do we know when we're operating from a lower energetic frequency? You know, how do we know that? And so I came up with these top 10, maybe even more. I do have 11 on my page, but I might skip one. But nevertheless, let's get going with it. Number 1, no one can correct you. No one can correct you without a clap back. So if you're operating from a place where, even when you know yourself that you're wrong, because your spirit tells you you're dead wrong, because you feel ugly, you know, you may be treating somebody a certain, you know, harmful, or you may have said something, or you may have done something that you know is off, or you may be ignorant to all of that, but somebody attempts to give you constructive criticism, and you're not having none of it. You're never, you know, you're never able to accept anything that somebody is sharing with you about yourself that doesn't feel good to your inner spirit, that you rejected. You lash back out. You clap back. Sometimes you're ready to fight, because even when you know you're in the wrong, that kind of spirit is low energy. That's low vibrational energy, because there's no growth in that. How do you grow? How do you move? In order for us to grow spiritually, we have to be willing to accept our flaws, and that's how you correct them. You're like, okay, now I know that was wrong. I can't do that. I got to do that a different way next time. But if nobody can correct you, and you're not even correcting yourself, there's no growth in that. That's stagnation. So you're operating from low energetic frequency. So that's one way to tell. Number 2, you seek pleasure above any responsibilities. Maybe your rent is due, but your girl's calling and saying, hey, we about to take a trip to New York this weekend, do some shopping. You want to go? And goodness well, you really can't afford to do that, because next week, your rent is due, and if you go to New York, you're gonna be behind on your rent, and that's gonna put you in a whole another predicament of challenges and troubles. But you go anyway. That's another indication that you are operating from low vibrational frequencies, because you're choosing immediate gratification over long-term discipline, self-discipline. So if you're seeking pleasure above any of your responsibilities that you need to handle, that's another way to know. You have an IDGAF attitude about most things. And I think you guys can kind of, fill in the blanks there. I don't give a F attitude about life in general. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, F that. I don't care. Whatever. It don't matter. Forget it. Middle finger. You know what I'm saying? When you going through and operate in that type of attitude, that's low vibrational frequency as well. Big time. Because there is a lot to care about in this life, with yourself and others and things like that. But when you it's like a defeatist attitude, when you decided that whatever, it don't even matter no more. That's like you've given up on yourself. You've given up on yourself with that. So I would caution you to be mindful in that space. When you hurt others intentionally, number 4, when maybe you won't get back time. Somebody did something, and they may not even have been intentional on their part. They may have said or done something to hurt your feelings or something. They didn't know they hurt your feelings, but it did. And now you've decided that you're going to get them back. I'm going to do something. I'm going to hurt them the way they hurt me. And so you intentionally go about plotting and scheming and planning on how to hurt them. That's low energy as well. When or maybe somebody deliberately hurt you, because hurt people. So they in a place where, they're operating from low energy themselves. And so they've done something or said something that's offensive. Hey, Pelu, what's up? Long time no hear from. And and so they hurt you intentionally, and your initial thought is, I'm gonna get them back. I'm gonna hurt them back. They hurt me, so I'm gonna say something that's gonna hurt them back, and all that kind of stuff. That's low vibrational energy, family. It really is. It's ways to get the end result you looking for, without having to go down in the mud with the to do it. It's just believe it or not, a lot of times silence is more powerful than fighting back and forth. We all in my car. Brother all in my car. He must have didn't know I was in here, but I'm trying to figure out. Let me turn it around so y'all can see what I see. So brother work. I guess he picking up trash, but I don't know why he in my car window. That's DC for you. Anyhow, moving right along. Number 5, you get upset over the least little things. It could be something real minor, like somebody cut you off driving, and I know for a lot of us out there, that road rage be y'all need to get check out what's going on. Like, for some people that's major. The whole road rage thing is a serious thing, but but again, a lot of that, I'm telling you, is low energy. And so somebody may have cut you off in traffic, or moving too slow, or still at the light, with the brake lights on at a green light, and you find yourself full of rage. You want to cuss them out. You want to, a lot of people died in situations like that. Something that's simple, that road rage thing. But anything, any least little thing that happens, and you blow up and you take it to 10. You go from 0 to 10 over something that's very small and minute. That's low energy frequency. That's low level operations. Number 6, you reject information that doesn't feel comfortable to you. And again, that rolls right into the number one that nobody can correct you without you clapping back. But yeah, you reject any information that doesn't feel good, even if it's true, because a lot of times that kind of thing can be warnings. It could be warnings that we are ignoring because it don't feel good. You know what I'm saying? All warnings don't come with big yellow bows and sunflowers and feel good. You know what I'm saying? That's not, sometimes these warnings come with big red flashing lights, and you know what I'm saying? It shock treatment, and you know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff. And when you're not aware enough to recognize the signs when they come, because again, there's low energy. I'm keep saying that because we're operating at a certain frequency that don't allow you to even recognize the warnings when they come, and then you can find yourself in the pathway of danger and don't even know it when you already had a warning because you rejected the information. You turned the channel, you switched it off, you blocked your ears, you hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil kind of situation. And so it didn't feel good to hear, so you didn't want to hear it. And then down the road, something come up where if you would have just fought past your emotions and took the time to hear the information out, you would know how to handle the danger the drama when it came your way down in the future. So rejecting information that doesn't feel good to your spirit is operating low too, because that's how we grow. We grow by moving beyond all it is really fear. All it is fear. Then when we move beyond that into another realm, we get stronger in that way as well, emotionally. Number 7, you harm yourself with low energy frequencies, whether it be the media, music, other things, food. I'm gonna get into food next, but some of us do it consciously and others don't. Some of us know that some of the stuff that we take in, people we hang around that's really not good for us, or we watching shows that are just nothing beneficial comes out of it at all. You can, and all other different low energy things, but we still consume it. And it's not a good place for the spirit to be, because again, there's no growth. Our whole goal while we're here on this plane, because we're all energy, should be to elevate, to ascend, to gain, to go higher, to seek more, to be better, to advance. I mean, all those things that elevate us. And so if we're doing things regularly on a day-to-day basis that's doing the total opposite, then that's low energy frequency. Then you're operating somewhere really low in your chakras, in your energy frequencies. And that will, and the whole thing about why you don't want to stay down there is, hey Renee, is because it causes your life to be a lot more, it causes this life to be more of a struggle than what it has to be. And so, and then you don't even understand why you find yourself always in internal pain, sometimes external pain. You know, relationships are challenging. You don't necessarily get all the blessings that, you don't receive the blessings that you could, you know what I'm saying? And so life becomes gloomy in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? You find yourself with low energy feelings attached to yourself, like jealousy and envy of other people, or, you know, road rage, and you're just operating all, you know what I'm saying, find yourself, you know, just in this space of a lack of peace. And that comes from not having the proper understanding. And when we get the proper understanding, we do better. We should, because we know that it ain't gonna do them or benefit our lives. So yeah, be careful what you're feeding yourself in these media platforms and things like that, because, you know, all that, what goes in must come out in some way, shape, or form. We may not understand it, you know what I'm saying, clearly, but it's true. You can't consume anything, whether it be in the mind and through the heart, through the mouth. You can't consume through the skin anything without it coming out some way, shape, or form. And a lot of times, a lot of those negative things that we consume comes out in our attitudes. And then we feed it to the next generation, and they too go through life having more trouble in life than what's necessary. 8, healthy food is a turn off to you. Have you ever been in a situation or been around or have been offered something to eat or what have you, and it was something really healthy, good for you, straight from the earth, and you frowned your face up at it? I don't want that. Nah, give me that hamburger with all the toppings, or that, you know, give me something else besides something that's good for me. Think about that, family. Really think long and hard on that. Is that the things that are good for your body, the proper nutrition, you reject in exchange for what's harmful. You know, if you're in that space, and no heat, no judgment. You know, I'm not saying all these things, you know what I'm saying, in an attempt to offend. I'm just keeping it real, because I can only share from experience, you know, from my own personal life experiences. And when I look back at some of the things, that I actually took on in my own life, I have to just shake my head in shame. But it's real. So yeah, if healthy food is a turnoff to you, then you're definitely operating in a place where the energy is low, right? And let's see, what's next? Number 9. I think I had 11. I said 10, but it's actually a bonus one on the sheet. You spend all or most of your money on material items. Yeah, and I know, you know, living in this, if you are here in the United States, It's a capitalistic society, right? And materialism ranks real high, really, on the scale of capitalism. I mean, you really can't have one without the other, for real, for real. That's a story for another day. But so it's impossible to not have some material items in a capitalistic society, right? But when you go into debt in an attempt to appease, I'm looking for the best way to say this. If you find yourself in debt, struggling to pay bills each month, but you look good, you're in the finest of vehicles, and you flashy, but you're struggling to keep the lifestyle up, that's a danger zone. That's a danger zone of operating again in a low energetic frequency, because you're living for the moment without taking into considerations the repercussions and consequences, and that brings stress. At the end of the day, it may feel good to have other people look at you in excitement and glee and oh my God, that's nice. Ooh, look at her, look at him in that car, and da 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 da. It may feel good for that moment, but it's superficial. So it's like, but then at the end of the day, the energy it takes from you in order to maintain that kind of lifestyle is draining, because then you get home and now stress comes on, because is the repo man going to come get my flashy car next week? I don't know. I got to, now you're worried about that. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or all the other things that come along with that. So if you're spending all or most of your money that you earn on materialistic items, then that's an indication that you're operating from a frequency that's low. I have here, when you seek I'm gonna skip that one. I'm just gonna go to the last one. I'm gonna make this number 10, because the other one's really hard to describe. You blame others for your own shortcomings. It's always somebody else's fault. You never take the time to look at yourself. Even this whole conversation, this message here that I'm sharing, if you rejecting, you don't like how I feel, you don't want to hear it, you know what I'm saying? When you know that there's some truth to some of the things that you're hearing, that you can apply to your own life, and there's truth, but yet and still, you know what I'm saying, you want to blame me. You'll blame me for saying it, you know what I'm saying, even though it's the truth about yourself. If you're in a place where you're always blaming somebody else for your own shortcomings, or maybe you don't even see your own shortcomings because you refuse to even go there mentally, the thought of even sitting down and questioning yourself. Could I be doing this, that? Is this me? Is it another way I could be doing this for better results? If you aren't even comfortable with going there and sitting down, hey Philip, with your own mind, in your own space, with your own self, and being open, real, and honest about what it is that you feeling. You know what I'm saying? Because of fear. And you would rather make it somebody else's fault at all times. The relationship failed, it wasn't me, it was them. If it wasn't for her, if it wasn't for him, you know, things would be different. And then you never go further than that. You always making it somebody else's fault as to why you find yourself in a predicament you're in life. Then it's a good chance that the energy that you're operating from is low chakras. And if you guys wanted to get more information on chakras, definitely look it up. Chakra, for those who are unfamiliar. It's your balancing levels in inside and out of your body, and it correlates to the energies and the flow of energy within you. And sometimes we can find ourselves stuck in a low energy vibrational place just based on how we think, or you know, or how we choose not to think. And so I just would like to inspire and encourage us all to be more open and willing to gain better understanding about ourselves and what makes us tick, what really makes us tick, why, and what makes us so upset over the least little things. Why do we seek to feed ourselves mind, body, and spirit with things that we know are toxic, but we do it anyway? You know what I'm saying? Why aren't we comfortable with sitting down with ourselves and really exploring the things that make us the most uncomfortable about ourselves? You know, why don't we do that? You know? So anyway, I just wanted to share that again. I don't want to make this video long and drawn out. I do have another channel that I'm beginning. It's up now. I don't have anything on it yet. It's called The Africa You Don't See. It's right here on YouTube. I'm going to be reinventing myself in that arena, doing some travel blogging. So I'll be doing some traveling over in Africa. I'll be back in East Africa in October, over in Tanzania, and I'll be documenting my journey there as well. I have a documentary that I put together with the help of my good brother Vaughn, that I'll be posting. That'll be the first post there. I think it's some good content you guys may enjoy. So definitely share, join me over there on The Africa You Don't See. You'll be hearing a lot more about that upcoming. I'm looking for somebody who's really good at videography, that can create an intro and an outro video for me. So if any of you out there, or you know somebody that's good with creating content, video content on these channels, let me know, because I'm looking for somebody to link up with so I can, you know, make it a little more professional. That's my goal in 2023, to make these videos appear to be a lot more professional than what they are now. All right, family, that's my spiel. I appreciate you guys joining me. If there was anything that I shared that was you know, beneficial, you think, and somebody else can benefit from the information themselves, definitely share. I just ask that you share the content. I'd appreciate you so much for that. All right, family, take care of each other out there. Peace.